What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Had to check out this video, guys. I was scrolling through and seeing it. It is America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Thought I'd seen this or watched it already, but I guess I didn't. And we finna check this out. See why the Newsroom 2012. This is in 2012, so I mean, y'all know my thoughts about America, especially now after reacting or really just searching and watching videos on other countries and continents. So we finna check it out. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations.
We'll go on to the next question. You, sir.
My name's Steven. I'm a junior, and my question's for Will McAvoy. Do you consider yourself a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent?
I consider myself a New York Jets fan, Steven.
Since it's been brought up.
I mean, that's nothing to brag about, but shout out to John Franklin. He played for the Jets from my hometown. Shout out to John.
Myself a New York Jets fan, Steven.
Since it's been brought up, you've almost religiously avoided stating or even implying a political allegiance. Is that because, as a news anchor, you feel the integrity of your broadcast would be compromised?
That sounds like a good answer. I'll take it.
There was a short piece on Vanity Fair's website by Marshall Westbrook. You probably saw it, where he calls you the Jay Leno of news anchors. You're popular because you don't bother anyone.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Jealous of the size of Jay's audience.
Are you willing to say here tonight whether you lean right or left?
I voted for candidates run by both major parties.
Dang, I feel like they were kind of pushing the quit. Like they really trying. That guy is really trying to get an answer out of him to answer basically the question: are you Democrat or Republican? Like he just throwing like some pretty trick questions to kind of drill him into answering that question.
I voted for candidates run by both major parties.
Let's move on to the next question. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all three of you. Can you say in one sentence or less what... you know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
They both of their answers were pretty much like what the whole world has. At least now, from my understanding and what I've seen, what I know, like other countries are free. Other countries have a lot of diversity, you know?
Lewis?
Cause I feel like in America, we talk about diversity, but it's not respected. Like it's people of other still getting disrespected out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we so proud of being diverse, why is it so disrespected?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
The New York Jets.
Yeah.
No.
The Jets are better than America.
Answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
Well, Lewis and Sharon said it. Diversity and opportunity and freedom. You don't look satisfied.
I want a human moment from you. What about the people? Why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Dang.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in...
Hey, he came with records and receipts on this. I'm going to have to go back a little bit more. This man came with records and receipts because, like, to me, being the best of the best, meaning number one. We all know, even when it comes to sports and different things, who's the best? The person we consider to be number one. But then again, even sports have falsely lied to us because who we call the best is basically really just an opinion. Facts about America. These are facts. These are facts that he's spilling out right now. Even numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. He's bringing out facts. If we're the best of the best, why do we not lead in any category? Why? And these are major categories that he's out here announcing. These are major categories just in all of different countries. The best of the best should be one. We ain't number one in anything.
Booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined.
We lead it in categories that shouldn't be really, like, most incarcerated. So you telling me we're number one in taking people's freedom? If you think about it, like, I know people make mistakes, people do wrong things, evil things, but if we're so free, why do we lead in the number one thing where it takes people's freedom from them? That's interesting. That's
angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
Dang, she looked like, dang, bro, I just asked a question, you don't have to be mad at me. He kind of went at her a little bit, but I think he just frustrated with all the questions.
Yosemite?
Dang.
Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right.
Mm-hmm.
We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people.
Yeah.
We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured disease, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars. Acted like men.
Yep.
We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one.
Yup, that's facts. That's a fact.
America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
To me, he spoke nothing but facts. He spoke nothing but facts, and even towards the end, it was like, man, like, even growing up, I heard great things that we did as Americans. It's like, we strayed away from that. We have. And like, this is in 2012. Like, we really strayed away from all the great things. Like, I know different countries, they have a lot of history, because I was talking with somebody, and they was just talking about, everything in America is newly built, like what, 300 so years ago type of thing. There's other countries out here, they have more history, because they, thousands of years, things were going and created and stuff like that. America is newly built. United States is newly built. And I feel like we did stand for something. We did do things in decency and in order. And now it's like, what happened? I feel like it started happening when we stopped focusing and, helping the people, being about the people. It stopped being about the people, start being about self-gain, I. And like he said, like, I know y'all hear me talk about this quite often, like titles. Those titles, people start feeling inferior and superior to the point where you just don't care. That, like, it just can't be. Like, and like I mentioned, if we're great, we should be leading in a lot more categories than what we are in, what we do lead in, especially the three he named. Like, if we're so free, why are we number one in incarceration? From my understanding, that takes people freedom away from them. That takes people's freedom. So, and I don't know what the incarceration rate is now 10 years later from this video, but if we're free, why are we number one in taking people's freedom? So, but like, I do love the country I live in, but I am open-minded and understand that, hey, there are other countries out there that does some great things too. There are other countries that does great things too. I can't just be closed-minded and only focus on just where I live and think it's the best when I haven't been or seen anything, And I think that's so easy to do if you haven't or not interested in seeking new information or being open-minded to other information about different countries. You'll fail to think or hear probably somebody just telling you the bad things that go around in different countries versus or not understanding and realizing that, hey, bad things happen everywhere, So, but this was different. My guy definitely took that personal, because he was like, man, I try not to give y'all this answer, because I know the answer I'm finna give y'all don't want. And how many of us been there? Somebody giving us trying to get an answer from us, but it comes out to be the answer they did not expect. And I feel like he tried to save them from his real answer and how he honestly felt. But now you see how they looking crazy in there. They looking stunned because he came with straight facts, came with straight records and receipts. So, but this was good video, definitely shocking. But dang, we used to do some great things. There's still time to do great things, but we just gotta stray away from just being selfish and inferior, superior to our peers. Like, it got to be about the people. That's one thing I love about Europe. Like, they're for the people, at least from my understanding of the knowledge that I've gained from it. But that's all I have for this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.